Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where I dive deep into influencer culture to call them out for their crappy behaviors. I'm Sasha and today I have an update for you guys about the, oh my gosh, I can't even talk. Take two. I'm Sasha and today I have an update for you guys about the dad and daughter dream team because a lot has happened since my first video on them. If you guys were on the fence then about the dynamic and the weirdness, I'm telling you, you won't be on the fence anymore. We got a lot to talk about, guys. Let's go. But before we get started into the latest drama with these two, I have to do the thing. I have to ask you guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if you enjoy it or enjoy my coverage on things, because it really helps boost my videos into the algorithm and get them in front of more eyeballs to hold these people accountable. And ultimately, that allows me to keep doing this and giving you guys more and more content, which I'm really enjoying doing. So I would truly appreciate it if you guys could take 1 second to just like pause and go and smash that like and, you know, maybe the subscribe and maybe that little bell and be notified, and switch it to all, not personalized, because that's what it does automatically, because YouTube likes to do little creators dirty, I guess. I don't know. And as always, this is all just my own opinion based off of publicly available discussions that are currently going on. So please use my research, my videos as a jumping point to go ahead and do your own research and inform yourselves on whoever we happen to be covering that day. Now, let's get into the cringe, or maybe the creep, or maybe both. I don't know. You guys decide. Let me know down below. So as I said, I did do a part 1 on my channel. I will link it right here as long as you guys promise to please come back and watch the rest of this video. But that video is really a good overview of what was making people uncomfortable. And I really tried to provide those receipts to just show the uncomfortable dynamic. And also we talked a little bit about the nuance here, because I personally was extremely close with my dad. We hugged, we held hands, even into adulthood. Like, I loved my dad. I loved being close with him, but it was nothing like this. This is next level. And the stuff that has been uncovered in the past couple weeks is absolutely unhinged and just solid proof that Patrick might not be a very good guy. Or I guess we could say that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, if you know what I'm saying.
Perfect example, they brought up my brother's convictions. Yes, my brothers were convicted of sex offenders. That's their problem, not mine. Okay, yes, I still talk to my brothers. They're my brothers. Hello. I mean, I don't condone their crimes, but you don't abandon family. They pay their price to society.
Okay, hopefully I got my angle back right. My husband just called me. We're trying to buy a new car, so that's fun because our car is going on 10 years old. She's starting to need all the replacements, and also we had another kid, so we need another seat. So it's time. But what was I saying? I feel as though the evidence that came out over the last 2 weeks, and like it's pretty hardcore evidence, is proof that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Now, that said, we also have to consider the fact that Patrick might be a victim in all of this, right? You don't know what you don't know until you know? And if he's raised in generations upon generations of this kind of behavior being okay towards family members, you know, the I word, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. If that's been quote unquote normalized in their life, well, that's their normal. So for us to all come in and be like, hey, this isn't normal. You guys are weird. You guys are too close. This is pushing boundaries, stuff like that. That could be a lot of the pushback and resistance we're getting, right? We have to consider that being raised in a house of SOs and Plutos and CSAMers, it wouldn't be a surprise that Patrick would be a victim, right? Doesn't make his behaviors and actions okay now as an adult, as a fully functioning adult. Doesn't make his actions and behaviors okay, but it is still a nuanced perspective that we have to consider when talking about this stuff. But holy moly, guys, let's just get into the drama. So first off, I did want to talk a little bit about the relationship dynamic between Patrick, Sarah, and the mother, Teresa, I believe is her name, because the dynamic is just really off.
Tots and bacon pizza. I haven't tried the tots and bacon, but the macaroni pizza is pretty good. So if you're in the area and you have a CC's around you, definitely check it out.
Can I say hi?
Yeah.
Sarah seems to be really, really rude to her mom and snippy.
My little girl right there.
I'm not little.
To you, you are little, because you were our first one. I don't care if you're 50, you're still going to be our little girl. Remember that.
Your mama's little girl. No, well, yes, but I was born on Father's Day, so I'm naturally a daddy's girl.
And Patrick, on the other hand, seems to be very distant and kind of like this distance avoidance type vibe with the wife. And when she tries to communicate or come up, she's kind of just brushed off to the side. Taking that added dynamic into perspective, it really makes you question the family dynamics going on behind the scenes, because you don't only have this father-daughter relationship that's seemingly pushing all these boundaries, but you also have a mom who's there but kind of being ousted and kind of not a part of the dream team, not a part of the crew. And I understand that it was more so Patrick and Sarah's thing. That's fine, but you would think that when the mother would be involved in the TikToks, when she showed that want to be involved, that they would be a little bit more welcoming and open-hearted.
Really?
What?
Really?
Yeah, really. Down really far. There's Hi! I don't know. I need to sit back, so I'm gonna hold this for a while. What? I need to sit back. Hey! Over here. Oh. Hi!
Sarah, you can still sit back even though it's on there.
I can't see comments, though.
Why am I the only one on live? There's a lot of sick people on TikTok.
Okay.
Boing, 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 boing.
They still look bad, but...
Hey! Mom, I almost fell, seriously.
But it's just not that kind of dynamic that you see. That's really just something that I wanted to quickly touch on. It's just an added layer of family stuff that makes you pause and go, You know, Sarah pecking her dad on the forehead or on the hand or whatever. And that was a behavior that a lot of people clocked really fast. This isn't a father-daughter dynamic. This is more of a husband-wife dynamic. So then when you add in the fact that the mother seems to be on the outskirts of this weird relationship dynamic, that raises more red flags. Because treating your mom like a second-class citizen while simultaneously posting these inappropriate transition videos where you're changing your clothes with your dad and being called out for that inappropriate bond that you guys seemingly have definitely fed into the nastier rumors that were going around. But that's kind of all I wanted to touch on for that subject. The next thing I really wanted to get into, because this was kind of bigger breaking news, was the fact that Sarah's BFF, Jenna Frank, blocked her on all socials, and the last meet and greet seemingly didn't go so well. So, who is Jenna Frank? Well, I actually found on the Dad and Daughter Snark subreddit this awesome weekly recap of the current drama breakdown that's going on. So first off, they adopted a freaking pit bull. Yeah, 4 people living in a small motel room adopted a giant bully breed dog who needs ample amounts of training, who needs attention, exercise, all the things that it's not going to get here. I am so enraged. I hate that social media stars and TikTokers keep getting animals, because if you look at Kira, she just allegedly got rid of both of her dogs and put them up for adoption without telling anyone. But it's getting new kittens. It's disgusting behavior. So 1 week ago today, they put out a video spreading the word about a dog whom they met at the park who was up for adoption at a local shelter. What? Why would it be at the park I mean, I guess maybe the shelter walks their dogs. Like, here's this dog that's up for adoption. That's actually genius. That's like real world advertising. Huh. Interesting. The next day, they adopt said dog, Jackie, a large pit bull mix who is not done growing themselves, despite saying hours earlier that they were not able to get a dog right now, and despite owning countless reptiles already, their current living conditions. P talked to the landlord in order to split the pet deposit over 3 months. They soon put up a video announcing an Amazon wish list for Jackie full of toys, food, supplies, which soon got taken down along with the video. They blamed the trolls, of course. That is absolutely effing ridiculous. Clearly, you can't afford a dog, let alone a large dog who eats a ton of food. If you have to split the pet deposit over 3 months, you can't afford a dog. Why are they adopting a dog? And then they go and post an Amazon wish list for the dog. Why? Because they can't afford supplies for the dog. So why'd they get the fucking dog? Do they still have the dog? I know this was 2 months ago. I'm skeptical that they actually still have the dog. We'll go check after this. So that was kind of the side note, big thing. I actually forgot that they adopted that effing dog. So then the next big thing that happened is the meet and greet weekend, where they went to meet Jenna Frank again. And it didn't seem to go as well as the first few times they went to the meet and greet. Now, I had covered this in my first video on them, saying that this is a really weird parasocial relationship going on. And I feel as though in the beginning, when they met, they probably said, hey, yeah, we're on social media too, do follow for follow, because they're both influencers, right? But after that, Sarah kept going on and on and on about how her and Jenna Frank were best friends, how she was excited to go and hang out with her and have tacos, I think. I can't remember what it was. It was something ridiculous like that. And then how they share a birthday together and all this stuff, and was just constantly going on and on about how they were such good friends. Well, despite adopting Jackie and getting her acclimated to new people and surroundings, they are ready to leave for a meet and greet at San Antonio Mall Saturday night, approximately a 4-hour drive. S stated that JF was going to love meeting Jackie, which assumes they plan to bring her with. Just adopted a dog. Let's travel with her 4 hours in the fucking car one way. Jeez, decisions, I guess. So who is JF? She is the daughter of the actor who played the Green Power Ranger. He passed away, and now JF frequently does meet and greets and Comic-Cons to continue her father's legacy. They are big fans and have attended several paid meet and greets to see her in Texas since 2003. S got attached quickly from the first meeting and began calling JF her bestie. You can see videos and photos in this Reddit where S is repeatedly asking for JF's number, giving her gifts, and adamant about hanging out, to which they never have an outside meet and greet. JF acts very sweet but is likely creeped out, so she uses the excuse of being busy, living far away, so S has only seen her at paid events thus far. You may have seen that S tags her in all her IG posts. Despite everyone seeing this dynamic as odd and parasocial and one-sided, S continues to defend herself in the comments up until this past weekend, saying that they are besties, and she was so adamant about that. Now, back when I did my first video, I did send an email to Jenna Frank's team, and I was like, hey, so I don't know how much these people have told you, but like maybe heads up, but quickly before. Oh, no, I think it's coming up. Okay, I'm jumping the gun here. Sunday meet and greet day. A comment was left on JF's recent IG post alerting her to the family's ties to the Ariala account and how there is a conspiracy of her face being used to create the AI bot. So that's what I was going to say. So now if you look at the side-by-side comparison of Ariala and Jenna, there are a lot of similarities. It's creepy, right? And let's keep reading. It's creepy. Everyone was eagerly awaiting tons of pics and updates from the meet and greet like in previous times, but we didn't get any posts until the evening, where S put out a video announcing they were driving back from San Antonio and picking up Jackie from a doggy daycare because they weren't sure how she would do in the mall. In the vid, she looks exhausted, not super enthusiastic, and neither is P. When people commented asking how everything went, S said they didn't have many pics and videos this time because she was focused on spending time with JF. JF was behind a table at this meet and greet, so we presume that there was a line and they weren't allowed much time with her this time, as S had hoped. People noted that there was something off with how little documentation there was and how unhappy S seemed. We later see one photo posted in a story of the family posing with JF, and others have noted JF's body language and facial expressions look visibly uncomfortable. So let's go take a look at that photo. I mean, yeah, she's pretty closed off. She's not reunited. It was great to see you again, bestie. Oh my God. Yeah, she looks super uncomfort right now. She's very closed off. She's smiling, but barely. So then on Monday, JF reposts the photo to her personal story along with other fan photos. S posts a sneak peek to a song she wrote for JF, set to videos of them at past meet and greets. The song contains lyrics such as, "You are my sunshine in the rain, you take away the pain, my birthday twin, you're my northern star." S said she showed that to JF at the meet and greet, and she supposedly encouraged her to post it. Yeah, sure. If you have to say the thing. A few hours later, JF's story repost with them is deleted while other fan photos remain. Because I think that if someone reposts a story or a post or whatever, that stays up for 24 hours, even though if they like reposted, I'm pretty sure. So... okay. Then, Tuesday afternoon, Redditors discovered that JF had blocked both P and S on IG and TikTok. We know this because blocking causes an unfollow on both sides and removes tags. S deletes the song Sneak Peek and continues to delete comments that mention or ask about JF. The live planned for Tuesday or Wednesday did not happen and was not addressed. One video was released since, and it was a dog treat unboxing video for a package someone sent Jackie. Some have suggested this may have been pre-filmed before the JF drama. Thursday, today, no activity, very quiet on socials as people await their next move and wonder whether they'll address everything. So after that whole drama with Jenna went down and people were asking for updates, you know, have you talked to her on the birthdays? Happy birthday to you and Jenna, to you and your bestie, stuff like that. And still everyone was deleting comments. So obviously something happened. Obviously they're hurt that they got blocked. But if you build a really weird and obsessive parasocial relationship with someone, it's only a matter of time before they catch on and block you. Finally, we have the wild, unhinged, most recent drama that broke. And this stuff is rough, guys. It's gross. So just be forewarned, okay? This was first brought to my attention when it popped across my Reddit feed, obviously. And I saw this video where it was confirmed that Patrick was a part of a literotica site. Now, whatever, right? If that's how you get your rocks off, who am I to judge? I don't care if people read erotic literature. That's not the problem here. Wait till you see what the red flags are. I wonder if anyone can see it coming. So I'm over here on TikTok, on Hannah X Marie's TikTok, and she posted that Ms Ariala was found on the literotica site. Let's take a watch.
Daughter Dream Team. Well, I get a notification that this account was found. Y'all, one, somebody's messing with us, or two, this is actually 100% real. I don't know, but do you guys remember this picture of Ariala Bergman? Well, this is a page where people share stories. Guys, there's a story. There's a story on there. There's too many things within the story, like the games that they play, reptiles, like things in their regular life that she or somebody put into the story. Daddy and I finally get the relationship we both need. This is a story, y'all. And it's disturbing. I honestly can't even read it on here because I might throw up. But it is disturbing. And yeah, I don't even really know what to say. I'm kind of speechless. This is actually insane. What is going on? You guys.
And like, that's the biggest question is what is going on? Honestly, what the f is going on? Because you have this account that was allegedly linked to them. And the second they got caught out, the account magically gets deleted and disappears. And all three of them were liking the account and yada, yada, yada. And then all of a sudden, she shows up here with daddy-daughter erotic stories. Like Hannah said, there's these little details sprinkled in, like the games they play or the fact that they have reptiles. I don't know. I skimmed through the story. It's absolutely disgusting. This top comment right here, the story was one of the nastiest things I've ever read, and I had to stop reading at a certain point. I also want to bring up the fact that this story mentioned mother-son activities as well. Extremely concerning. Same. I only read 3 pages. I don't even know how many pages it is, but it's it's quite the read. I don't know. Maybe I'll pop it up here. You guys can choose to pause and read if you want to, but it's very disturbing. And the fact that these people are being accused of incest, being accused of inappropriate relationships and boundaries or lack thereof, very concerning. Okay, so then I don't know what this is.
I just happened to go and look when it was created. Guys, it was made in 2024, a year ago. So I have a feeling that this is them, 100%. I don't know how anybody could change my mind. This story is so creepy, and it's literally like how we have all felt about them. They have a lot of explaining to do, and I'm just utterly gutted. Sarah, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm shocked, disturbed, petrified for you. This stuff is so sickening.
We're watching a Netflix documentary unfold right in front of our eyes, literally. This is actually super disturbing. The fact that this account came out with the same name, the same pictures and stuff like that, and it was already pretty strongly linked to them. Fuck, man. Oh yeah, so then who are these commenters? I just want to talk. Yeah, take a look at these comments. Great first story. Very exciting and erotic. Looking forward to more of the story. You should start having his babies, unless you already are. What a great first story. Well done. Now you have to write more. That's daddy's order, or a daddy's order. What a great story. Well written too. Your words paint some very erotic and arousing pictures. Excuse me, sir. Who are you? And can you just go away? Why do these people exist? Why do predators exist? I have questions.
You guys.
Okay, I don't know what this is, so let's take a watch.
I'm really concerned and disturbed right now. So I kind of went like a little too deep into this forum or whatever this page is, where people can share stories and stuff. I found an account that looks very similar to me as their book. Anyways, the more that I'm digging on this website, I'm besides Sarah and Patrick and everything going on with that, how the fuck are these kind of websites allowed? Like, should I report this website? Like, how do I even report it? It is so disgusting and vile. The stuff that is on there, the audios that people are posting, I'm
there's audios?
So sick to my stomach right now. This feels incredibly illegal. I know it's illegal, but like, how are people allowed to write these stuff and not get in trouble?
See, the thing is that I know, mind-blowing, but incest isn't illegal everywhere in the world. It's illegal most places, a lot of places, but there are certain states in the US that incest is not illegal. So is Rhode Island one of them? Because that's where Ariala is from, and that's where the story's based off of, which allegedly is also where Patrick's from. Like, if you're gonna do some fucked up shit, at least distance itself as far away as possible from you. Why wouldn't you say that Ariela's from Brazil? Why wouldn't you say Brazil or Europe or somewhere far away? Why would you say where you're from? That is dumb. But okay. Okay, it looks like she's from Houston, Texas, because she says right here, Houston, Texas, my hometown. The love was real. I appreciate every single person that showed up this weekend. So, okay, she's from Houston. Okay, so at least there's that.
I'm literally kind of shaking. I'm so disturbed. Children are so precious, and the fact that there are sick individuals out there who are making up these stories, and they're probably real, and I'm just so fucking disgusted right now.
Yeah.
I believe this might be another account. I don't know. I feel like I need to stop because I'm actually feeling...
You should stop. Okay.
Well, would you look at that? These two deleted their TikTok account.
They did. The other huge update is when all of this started going down and people really started pressuring and found this account and the Literotica site. And I'm going to go into the video. I think it's the next one where she confirms that Patrick was in fact signed up for this account. Now, that doesn't mean he's behind the story, right? There's always room for whatever. But the fact that his email was confirmed signed up for the site, verified, whole 9 yards, is super concerning. So I guess with that type of heat, they just decided to shut down their video, which Sarah did address.
He's from New Hampshire, which is not far from Rhode Island. Honestly, if you read through the story, it's disturbing. So honestly, you don't even have to. But I mean, there's a lot of similarities. They talk about hiking, they talk about Monster Hunters, which is literally the game that they talk about and play. So like, that's a little too ironic, wouldn't you say so? They also talk about growing up in a small town. Where Sarah grew up and where Patrick is from is a small town in New England. There's not a lot of people there, so there's just kind of a lot.
There are way too many coincidences and similarities for it to not be them. Deleting their TikTok is an admission of guilt, in my opinion. They deleted it before they said they would, August 15th too, which is TikTok payday. It could just be him or her though, we don't know. I thought so too, but kinda think they wrote them together. The one story that was written definitely seems like he would write it because it was the daughter wanting and initiating fictional incest. I don't like that. This is so uncomfortable. But we're the crazy ones.
Let's talk about this because I have a problem with this whole thing. So just because something is considered a fetish, it's okay. I'm sorry. But when it comes to children, your own children, your cousins, anybody in your family that you want to engage in that kind of activity with.
Yeah.
Actually, what's really concerning.
Your concern with what other people jerk off to is genuinely concerning. Like maybe consider why you're so obsessed with something you did not know existed last week. Oh my God, people. Okay. So here's the video where they linked Patrick to having an account on that site. Now, again, I already said this before those comments came up. Like, I don't care what people get off on as long as it's consensual. Daddy-daughter fetish, if they're under 18, that's fucked up for me. But I'm sure this person, I think in the story, she's like, I just turned 18, so I can finally give daddy the relationship he wants. Like, it's fucked up. That's weird. It's still weird. But like, again, this isn't to kink shame, fetish shame, whatever. If you are a consenting adult, if that's how you get your rocks off, who am I to judge? I don't care. However, there are just too many coincidences in all of this that lead to creepiness and not okayness. There's too many of them. Like she already went through the games, the reptiles, the small town, but also the fact that this was written by Ariala, Ms Ariala, and the Ms Ariala profile on Literotica has been deleted after being called out. If that's not an admission of guilt, I don't know what is. They have reactionary deleted 2 times now and made themselves look 10 times more guilty. And now, let's say that it is someone messing with them, messing with their reputation because it's fun, because they are an internet troll. Let's say that. Fine, that's always a possibility, but is that what we're going to choose to believe, or are we going to choose to believe all of the mounting evidence that links them to the Ariala Brignon, I can't remember how it's said, account, and further links them to this account. But in this video, they confirm that Patrick was signed up for the Literotica site.
So I got a message on Instagram from somebody who wanted to try to show and see if...
So as you can see, it says here, she took a list of all of his emails that are available on his like Facebook or something. Cause like, I don't know how you can be so digitally illiterate and try and build a social media following, but here we are. So she took his one email, plugged it in, and it says right here, this email is already in use. Please use another one when you go and try and do the create account. So that confirms that he did have a login to this website. Again, do with that information as you please, but I think that's really sus and weird now having found the Ms Ariala site with that really grossly creepy story on it. It doesn't leave much room for speculation, in my opinion.
Hey guys, so I really wanted to figure out the timeline of when like Reddit was made, Instagram was made, the page on that website of Ariala Bergman, like what is there a way to see the time frame of when all of this stuff was made, right? So I did some digging. The Reddit account was made on December 2nd, 2024. The Instagram account was made on December 15th. Well, it could have been made before, but it's showing that a photo was shared on December 15th, 2024. And then we have this account that was done on December 6th, 2024. So within the same time frame, Instagram, Reddit, this website were all made. Okay, now let's see when Sarah used the song. Okay, so then we have 8 months ago, 10 months ago, which would bring us around October of 2024. And I'm like, all right, is there anything in December? Because that's when like the Reddit and the other accounts were made. And then I found this. December 10th, December 16th, 2024. She is singing Ariala Bergman's song, You Calm the Storm. As you see in this, they use the song quite often. So the timeline makes pretty good sense, right? Like, it, again, being linked back to them. And then when you take into account just that story alone, talking about the reptiles, monster hunters, and then even if you look at the Reddit account, and then we look here, gamer, they're big gamers, traveler, I mean, Sarah always talks about wanting to travel, AI dreamer, I don't know so much about that, but I do know that they do use a lot of AI when they would create their merch. Monster hunter, bingo, they love that game. 21, was she 21? Or did she just turn 23? I'm not sure. If it was 2024, yeah, so was she 21 at the time? So I don't know. I don't know if that matters, but there's just too much, you guys. There's too many similarities. What do you guys think about this? Let me know. Hey guys, so I just wanted to point one more thing out that I found interesting is that this is Ms Ariala, and
Ariala is the name of the character in the book her and her dad wrote about a woman falling in love with a dragon. I think it's their story. Patrick is the dragon. Ew, really? Oh my god, no way. That's even creepier. Yo, I want to see this book, this dragon book. What?
And Sarah's new page looks like this on Instagram. And this is her new Instagram, Miss
Sarah G.
Sarah. So again, take it as you want. Take it as similarities as you want. What do you guys think?
Please be careful. We're not really in the woods. Literally, the parking lot's right over there.
Check. Careful.
And I can't reach it.
Where? Right here?
No, it's like right on the side of my back.
Oh, up here?
Yeah.
Okay, there
Thank you. We'll be back probably next Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be back next Sunday. Probably, actually, maybe one time during the week.
I feel like no matter how many times they say they're not going to touch each other, they still touch.
Holy moly. That was a lot. That's that. Do you guys think Sarah blocked me? Oh, she didn't. I feel special. Oh, that's funny, but Jenna unblocked me. That's really funny. I realized that she had blocked me like after I reached out to her and emailed her, which whatever, it's cool. You do you, boo. But apparently she's unblocked me now on my account. That's funny. I think that's basically all I wanted to update you guys on. Those were the big things, was that creepy story, which I don't think there's any denying that it was that it was them. And then the fact that Jenna blocked them on all socials and that falling out, that was another huge thing to cover and that I wanted to bring to light because yikes. And if that doesn't just scream that it's parasocial and that they're kind of delusional, I don't know what does. Sarah's writing short stories.
So I've written a few short stories. They were okay. I wasn't really confident in my writing. When I came up with the idea for Firebound Harmony, my dad gave lots of suggestions and I got more and more excited. When I asked my dad to co-author with me, he didn't hesitate. This was a little over a month ago, and now here we are, almost finished writing the first draft. I cannot believe how easily this story came together.
Okay, my internet's not loading anymore, so that's a sign that we should finish this up here, I guess. This ended up going a lot longer than I expected, but we watched a bunch of stuff. Let me know if you guys want me to keep up with the dad and daughter dream team stuff. I don't know how much more is going to come out after this. This is pretty unhinged, and they've deleted their TikTok account, so at least there's that. And at the end of the day, I am genuinely happy that Sarah is back to creating content on her own. I think that'll be really good for her to have that sense of individuality a little bit, and hopefully Patrick's not just behind the camera monitoring her the whole time, you know?
Hey guys, so I didn't want to say anything until I was 100% sure, but there are 2 big changes coming for me soon. First, I got a new job! I'm going to be a customer service representative for a local company. Best thing is I get weekends off and I work a consistent schedule. I don't know how I'm going to like working in a little cubicle answering phones all day, but it pays really well. Which brings me to number 2. I will be moving into my own place. It's just a studio apartment. Actually, it's kind of like an extended stay like where we used to live, but it gets me out on my own so I can finally lay all these terrible rumors to rest. I move in next week. I'm so excited. I won't be doing an apartment tour this time though, because distinguishing features may dox my location, and since I'll be living alone, I definitely don't want that. You'll still see some of it as I film my videos, but again, I have to be careful. I am finishing up the course for my driver's license, so hopefully soon I won't have to take Uber or the bus to get to work. I'm very excited for this, but also nervous too. Living on my own is going to be more difficult even with a good paying job. Staying in the extended stay is going to be good, because if I find I can't handle it and need to come home, I can without destroying my credit or rental history. Soon, I will be doing some get ready with me videos for work, nights out with friends, maybe even a date or 2 if I can find someone I like. Please come on this journey with me and support me as I attempt to build my own life. Don't get me wrong, I will still hang out with my family. I just need to establish myself as an individual to prove to everyone that I'm an independent adult. Maybe then they'll stop worrying about me, especially with all the new rumors lately. I just need to distance myself a little bit. Anyway, keep watching as I might share pics of my desk at work and limited pictures of my new apartment too. See you soon. Love you guys. Bye.
And approving what she can and can't post and stuff, because that was the original thing. She started getting a little bit too into cosplay, a little bit too into stuff that she enjoys doing, and he stopped it and then took over her account. Weird vibes, right? At the end of the day, we can all agree that this is weird vibes and beyond any normal dad and daughter relationship. Please let me know what you guys think about all of this. I love reading your comments. Oftentimes I'll get a couple new perspectives to look at and different angles and stuff like that. And I love that a lot. So let me know all your thoughts down below on this entire situation. Do you think people are still overreacting? Do you think people are taking things out of context and kind of running with them? Or do you think that people are kind of onto something right now? I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Like I said earlier, it truly helps the video to grow and also my channel to grow, and I really appreciate it at the end of the day. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are having a fantastic day wherever you guys are in the world, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.